you struggling and stuck in your health journey and wondering what does it look like to find somebody that can actually help you move forward? If you're new here, I'm Rita Johnson. I'm the owner of Divine Mercy Nutritional Care, and I want to talk about what it looks like to work with me. A lot of times when I start talking to someone, they describe some of the things that they've been struggling with for a really long time. And maybe they don't understand what it could look like for someone to actually walk alongside of them and help them really dive deep into the root cause of what's been going on. So truly I started this because of my own health journey. I was struggling. I felt nauseous pretty much every day. I was inflamed. I didn't know that at the time. I definitely didn't have the words for that, but I was struggling to lose a good 5 to 10 pounds. I just felt like my body was different than it used to be. I was holding weight in places that I had never held weight before. I was really struggling with my hormones. They just felt off. My cycles were wonky. I was noticing spotting around the time of ovulation. I was noticing a lot of tail end brown bleeding at the end of my cycle. And truly, we were struggling to conceive. And that was weighing heavy on me as well. But on top of all these things, I needed a nap every day. I was really tired in the evenings. My husband would get home from work and I had nothing left. I really needed him to help me get through the evening because we had 4 pretty little kids at the time. And so just doing daily life was really a heavy weight on me. And so I really needed him to help me through that. And that was about the time that I realized that things couldn't continue. It was really struggling to conceive that got me moving forward in my health and seeking for real answers. I didn't want to go get my hormones tested because I knew my hormones were off. And I knew enough to know that my hormones were not the root of why I was not feeling good. My hormones were a symptom of it. Could I have taken bioidentical hormones at that time to help short circuit the amount of time I was feeling well? Maybe, but I wasn't ready to start there. I wanted to really dive deep into the other things my body was telling me. I was dealing with severe GI issues. I had a rash on my face that would not go away, and it would flare and get inflamed depending on what I ate. And so it really caused me to have this abrupt halt and say, but why? Why is this happening? I did a deep dive into my gut health, really supporting my body from the inside out. I, at this time, started really learning about what is neuroplasticity. How can we rewire our brain, rewire the thoughts that we have about our health? It would have been very easy for me at the time to say, well, this is just because I have 4 little kids. This is just because I'm X age now. I've never been this age before, so it must just be a natural part of getting older. This must just be because we moved in the last few years. But at the core of my being, I knew that those excuses weren't it. They weren't it, they weren't enough, and I needed to dive deeper. And as I started to go onto my own journey, I really discovered the deep healing that can be had when we can rewire those lies, whether they're lies that we're giving ourselves because we're gaslighting ourselves, or whether it's things that just simply aren't actually true. That could be something like feeling unsafe, and yet when you pause and think about what is safety, safety is only found in the Lord. There's nothing on this earth that can cause us to be unsafe in the very fiber of our being. The only thing that can disrupt us is the peace of our eternal soul. And then the Lord also brought me on this beautiful journey of spiritual healing at the same time, really resolving some wounds I had that I was carrying that I needed to lay down. And it truly was this body, mind, soul healing that then we, 2 weeks to the day after I was prayed over and had this really powerful encounter, that we conceived baby number 5. And this truly is why I do what I do. The Lord made it very clear as I just took in everything I had been through on my own health journey that He wanted me to do this for others. I felt so frustrated that I was having a hard time finding a person that I could send my charting clients to say, go to this person. They will help you walk through this. And so the Lord made it very clear that He wanted me to do that. So now I work as a nutritional therapy practitioner, and currently I offer 4-month packages, and that's how I have people start working with me one-on-one. We start with a 90-minute deep dive consultation. In that 90-minute sessions, we're looking over your health history. We're doing a deep dive into the symptoms you're presenting with, and these are big symptoms like chronic bloating, fatigue, having a really hard time just getting through your day, and a lot of the really small nuanced ones. Are you burping in between meals? Do you have really fragile fingernails? Are you noticing pain in your back between your shoulder blades? A whole host of different questions that can tell us where and how we need to support the different systems of your body. And then we take a 20,000 foot view. Okay, what is this telling us about your body, about your individual, unique plan that needs to be made so that we can get you moving forward in your health? And then we talk about now tomorrow. What are some things you can start to do right away to really help you feel better, to get stronger, to reconcile these lies and these things that we've been believing for so long about our health journey and our physiology, what we need to do to really support it for long-term overall health. Ultimately, my goal is always to make you no longer need me. And so really giving you the tools to be able to move through that, whatever that is for you. And then we have 3 follow-up sessions, which are designed to help you implement the protocol I gave you, to go over functional lab testing that I may recommend at our initial consult, or to add on to the protocol that we already got started to keep you moving forward. Ultimately, at the end, it's really about continuing to pursue health and get to this place where we're laying down crosses that the Lord has not asked us to carry. It's so common in our day and age that our health can feel heavy, and it can be really difficult. But I believe that there's so much healing that can be done by learning to dial in and listen to our body and the unique ways it needs to be supported. This is why things can be so contradictory in terms of advice out there. Take this supplement, don't take that one. Eat this, don't eat that. Because your body needs something very specific. And that's why those one-size-fits-all plans aren't going to work for you. So if you want to schedule a one-on-one consult session with me, the link is in the description to this. If this is helpful for you, please share it with a friend. I think a lot of times our health journeys feel very alone and very confusing, and it's hard to find somebody that we can really trust and walk alongside of us. So regardless of if you're currently seeing a doctor to help you through these things or not, we can work alongside of each other and really help improve your overall health for lasting long-term health.